Whitney, thank you. Well, months after the case first shocked the natural state, the search warrant and ultimate death of airport executive Bryan Malinowski still leaves gun owners wondering and asking what led ATF agents to his home in those early morning hours. And what does it take to cross the line between a hobby and a felon?
Katrin Asaf dives into the laws surrounding federal firearm licenses, walking the line between private seller and gun dealer.
Fridays are busy for Arkansas Armory, with bays booked at the range.
So basically what I'm doing right now is...
And owner Nathan House ready at the gun counter.
Semi-automatic handguns are very, very popular.
Should a customer decide to purchase, House knows just what to do.
We have them fill out an ATF form 4473, and what that is just a firearms transaction record.
It's normal protocol for the gun store owner.
We contact the FBI's NICS system, and NICS stands for National Instant Check System.
A system of checks and documentation that keeps him in business.
Usually takes about 10-15 minutes.
And should he wander outside the store?
The process is the same for a federally firearms licensed dealer. We still have to run a background check. We still have to fill out the ATF form 4473. There's not really any difference in process there.
As a licensed gun dealer, it's clear what's expected. But what's not as clear are the laws stating who exactly needs a federal firearms license and who gets prosecuted for not having one. What's the line between a private seller and a dealer?
We welcome everyone to today's hearing.
That question was highlighted this spring from Washington, D.C.
How many firearms does someone have to sell to be engaged in the business of firearm dealing?
To Little Rock, where an airport executive killed during the execution of a search warrant made headlines. Bryan Malinowski. To ATF agents, a suspected unlicensed gun dealer. To his attorney, a collector with a weekend hobby that crossed some murky lines. But how murky is it? The only way to tell is to look at the law. According to U.S. Code, anyone engaged in the business of dealing in firearms must have a license and run background checks. Or, more specifically, a person who sells with the goal of gaining livelihood and profit. So, if you make a living selling guns, you need a license. But what about everyone else?
The so-called gun show loophole really is whether private individuals transferring guns to other private individuals should be required nonetheless to run a background check before they transfer that gun.
And that's where things get blurry. Private sellers not running a business, but still looking to make a sale. And in rare cases, the way around a system that stops dangerous trades from happening.
If you want to sell a gun to your neighbor, there's no background check.
It's that vagueness that pushed the Biden administration to issue a rule change. In April, they amended the Gun Control Act to broaden the definition of engaged in business and who exactly qualifies for a license. But does it clear things up or make it even muddier?
It's really a controversial topic.
The new language takes out livelihood and replaces it with dealing predominantly to earn a profit. So it's no longer just about running a business, but now anyone who sells to make money. The rule even lists those who advertise or rent a table at a gun show as falling under that definition, leaving concerned gun advocates asking, are legal, unlicensed private sales a thing of the past? Not quite.
Where you draw that line, of course, is a factual question, and a difficult one at that.
The rule does include written exceptions for those who make occasional sales, exchanges, or purchases for or from their private collections and hobbies, although occasional isn't defined outright, leaving it up to interpretation. So where does that leave us? And what does this mean for gun owners? The bottom line, an infrequent trade won't put you on federal radar.
It's hard for someone to trip up on that.
Under the new rule, more high-volume sellers will need to get licensed, but unlicensed private sales can still happen. And although a judge determines what turns an occasional amount of deals into something more, the average gun owner looking to get rid of an old pistol should be just fine. But it's the new pistols that House is an expert on.
This is a Glock Model 45.
Running his fully licensed business, knowing he checks all the boxes and hits all the targets, one sale at a time.